Oh my god, I thought it was. Oh wait, my name's Ant.
Hi, my name is Sade,
We're gonna read. We're not gonna read. We're gonna review books that we read with our brains and eyes.
and we're going to start off by reviewing and talking in depth about Shadow Shaper by Daniel Jose Older.
Or DJ Older on Twitter. He's not a DJ.
Shout out to Daniel Older. Yes. So you can send us some free books if you want.
Stop.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. So I don't want to scare off anyone yet, so let me. Okay.
All right.
So basically, the main character is a girl named Sierra Santiago. She is in high school. She's kind of unsure about herself. She's trying to figure out life and find out more about herself. She ends up finding out a lot more than she bargains for later on, but I don't want to give away too much of that yet. She basically has a group of friends that are very important to her. Do you want to talk about her friends a little bit, or?
I thought they were interesting. It didn't like go into a lot of detail on all of their personalities, but it gave enough throughout the book that it felt like you knew them or you kind of had a you could tell that they were quality people. She surrounded herself with some good people, and that's always a bonus for anybody. If, you know,
You can tell they really cared about her
yeah.
and her well-being. So,
And it's set in New York, so you kind of get you get like a
the grittiness and
and the personality of the city. I kind of look
Yeah.
at that like that was another character, like one of her friends and everything. You could tell that you could be really. It was really brought to life in the writing.
it's a
I
good
appreciate
point.
that.
Yes, that's good. It was very vivid. Um, Basically, she meets this guy named Robbie at a party that they go to later on. He's like this awkward high school guy, the loner. He's like really lanky. He has tattoos all over him.
It's like
He likes to draw.
all over his
Also,
clothes and everything.
yeah, like he's the loner, the guy that nobody would talk to. But he kind of reminded me of him a little bit because he has dreads. You know, he's a loner.
I have lots of friends. No, I don't.
He's a loner, but there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I still love him. But you want to talk about Robbie a little bit?
Oh, I thought it was interesting. When he's first introduced, you can tell there's something else going on with him, and I think that's part of what intrigues the main character about why she's intrigued by him because there's something else going on, and she initially goes to him because she's trying to figure some things out that are brought up in the beginning of the book, dealing with the murals that she's painting, and one of them is crying, which is the first sign that like, whoa, something else is going on in this book. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Did you like how, like, during the book, whenever she's encountering different situations, did you notice how Robbie kept like disappearing and stuff? Did you find that weird? I found that awkward. I was like,
Yeah,
come on,
it
Robbie,
was.
you need to take care of your
I'm
girl.
still not even sure exactly. I don't.
Does it
I'm
seem like
not
she
sure
was
exactly why he was disappearing.
Yeah,
I don't feel like it
know.
was fully explained why he would disappear, or if it was like just that he was. I don't know because in the story you find out more about him, and they kind of have this thing that
Mysterious thing.
yeah,
I
they
mean,
come
about
from
him,
the
so-
story of the it's part of the name of the book, Shadow Shaper, but they actually draw things and they can have this power to bring it to life. And you find out Robbie is one of those people, and she's trying to figure out. Sierra's trying to figure out the whole like for most of the book, like what they're about, what that means, and how to affect how that it how it relates to her as a character.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought that was a little weird, but I
But
don't
there's
know.
there's a lot of weird things in this book that are, I mean, weird in other ways though. But
Yeah, but
Yes.
in the end, he does help her find out a lot about herself, and when she does find out more about herself, he helps her to like make it stronger and just helps her practice that element and stuff like that. So he does come in, it has a significant role in the story. Um,
What do you think
so
about some of the other characters, like her family?
Her family, her mom is kind of like more standoffish with her. Like every time Sierra comes to her with a question about anything that she's experiencing, her mom kind of brushes it off and she's like, "Oh, don't worry about that." Like she's really standoffish and stuff. Even though she's been through the same thing she has and they all have the same powers and stuff, her mom was more of the type to just kind of not embrace it and she just kind of like just turn the other cheek in a way. So I don't know. What do you feel about like?
Well, some of that was even in relation to like her own aunt, like criticizing her.
Yeah.
Because it's like it was mentioned, it's a Puerto Rican girl in the story, but she's darker. She has darker skin than I guess her mom and her aunt, and that becomes an issue where her aunt is always criticizing her about like that she likes this one Haitian kid who's dark, and
Robbie,
and that she's actually dark, and that actually becomes like an issue. And I thought that was really interesting that was brought out in the book. It's not something people always think about, but I liked that was that's an aspect of the book.
And I didn't really like how Sierra's mom didn't really defend her at any point in time because her aunt would just go around like talking crap about her and stuff, but she never really defended her and stuff. And I don't know, I didn't like that. Her grandpa's. Let's talk about her grandpa a little bit. The sick one that was always in bed and stuff, and I don't know. That was a little weird.
Yeah, he definitely had some weird things going on, and they are related to the same Shadow Shaper thing we mentioned. The reason why he's sick, and the main character, is discovering basically who her grandfather is. She doesn't know anything about him or about her family's legacy or anything like that, and she's discovering that throughout the story, and that there's this outside character who is the villain of the story, who is killing people. Basically, he's killing people, and
then he's not giving her a lot of information, like as far as like who they are as a family and stuff like that.
Well, he's kind of their grandfather's kind of like he wasn't like in a coma, but he was kind of like out of it. He couldn't like talk or something like that, and you get like a word or two out of him or whatever. So it was like a mystery the whole time.
Yeah.
Her uncle was really cool. I liked him. He was
her uncle was a G.
He was definitely one of those like sketchy, like old, like I don't know. You could tell he had done some weird stuff in his time but
he knows how to maneuver himself out of situations.
A lot of finesse situations, and I really liked. It was like something that he said. He always carries like an empty briefcase with him, and that
you never know when you're gonna need it.
Yeah, it was really interesting how that came in. It was like one of my favorite little moment in the book.
And before I even read the story, he was already telling me about that one little scene, and I couldn't wait to get to it. I was like, let me.
Yeah, it was really cool, but it's really cool. I like the mystery elements in the book that it brings up. I mean, you're trying to find out these things. There's these like spirit looking things. There's like some scary stuff in there. There's like these like zombie like things they call corpuscles.
Yeah,
it's some really interesting stuff in there. And I mean the pacing of the story is good too because there's definitely action, and some
it's definitely action packed.
And there's like definitely like it balances action and like character building well, which I like.
Yeah, it does. It's really good writing and. Later on, her grandma becomes like a significant thing, or has a significant role at the end. But that's like the main.
Yeah, you can't say too much about that. But I would say that
get into that, I guess.
That one thing I liked about it with her meeting her grandma and all that. One of the elements that's brought up in the book is her connecting to her family's legacy, finding out who she is, and how the power in knowing where you come from, which is something that I connected to because I don't know. It like as an African American, a lot of us don't know where we came from. I know some more things more recently thanks to my uncle, and that helped a lot. And I know what that feels like to actually like, oh, this is where I came from. And so that was like really, that part really was like I felt that was really. Really nice touch to just the recognizing the power in knowing
It
who
brought
you
her
are.
into herself, and
Yeah.
she figured out like who she was at the end, and I really like that. I don't know. Who would you recommend this book to?
I mean,
What
anybody.
age group?
I don't know. I would say anybody. I mean, I don't think it'd be. I think it's considered a young adult book
Mhm.
or something like that. But I mean,
But I'm 27. You're
it's not. It's no. It's not.
Two,
It
so-
ain't. It ain't. It's
I
not
guess-
no kind of like
yeah.
Twilight kind of mess or nothing like that. It's not.
no discrimination. Everybody can read it, all age groups. So.
Yeah, and it's not like don't feel like it's just like a. I mean, while there is I guess, somewhat of a love story in there, it's not.
It doesn't get that deep.
It's not
into
Twilight.
It. Yeah,
That's the important point. That it's not. I didn't actually read Twilight, to be fair, but
I
it's
did.
not-
It wasn't that bad.
well, I saw the movie. It was, it's not that. It's I enjoyed it because I don't like stuff like that, and I enjoyed it. I can't wait. I hope there's another one. I think he's working on another one. I don't know. I hope there's another one because
You know him, so
I don't know.
I'm sure you could drop in his DM or something.
What? No. So I would definitely recommend this book to anybody to read. You like science fiction or fantasy type thing. You want a book with people of color in it.
Mm-hmm.
Got that. Most books I always look for that in a book. So that was great. There is one white guy in it, but for white people. But
And he
that's what I
messes
want.
everything up.
That's not the point. Anyway,
Sorry.
edit that out. But
Okay.
yeah. So that's what I would say. So any additional thoughts?
I don't know. Not.
Well, I know you said you found a quote that you thought summed it up, like that you found that summed it up pretty well. That somebody said about it.
Yes.
What was that?
Paint a mural, start a battle, change the world.
And that kind of sums it up pretty well. So we like that.
We're changing worlds out here.
We're gonna make another video one day about another book.
We love reading.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna end it there. Yeah.